Hey, what's up? I'm pulling something up. Here we go. It's Phil and it's Pgtv time. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. That's my new thing. Fantastic Friday. Fantastic Friday. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Today's Pgtv episode, I gave you a little hint yesterday. What did I write? Let me see. I wrote Pgtv, tomorrow's episode. That's today. The best sales tip I can give you in today's climate. So here's the deal. I had an amazing phone call yesterday with a woman that was attempting to sell me on something specific. And when I hung up the phone, I said, my goodness, that was a perfect learning experience, because in today's climate, that call was everything you should never do as a salesperson. So on this episode of Pgtv, I want you to dial in, get your notes out, and I'm going to explain to you what the climate is. I'm going to explain to you what to never, ever do as a salesperson, whether you're selling shoes at Nordstrom's, whether you're selling cars at the Lamborghini dealer or the Ford dealer, or you're selling houses. It doesn't matter. If you're in sales, don't ever, listen, I don't care if you're upsizing someone's value meal at McDonald's. Don't do this. So what's our climate? Well, think about it. 2020 has been an incredibly crazy year, not just in any particular locality, not just in a state, not just in the country, but on the entire planet. It's been an insane year. There's so many things happening. People fighting over this and fighting over that. You've got the COVID pandemic. You've got just so much just insanity happening. And what more and more people are looking for is honesty, right? Like just authenticity. More and more people want to know that the person that they are working with, they can absolutely trust. They can, basically, they're going to know that when that person says something, it's not just for the dollar. It's really because they have the client's best interest in mind. So here's the problem. The sales pitch that was given 20 years ago, we all know doesn't work. The sales pitch that was given back in 2010, I hope you know that doesn't work. But here's the crazy part. The sales pitch that you gave in 2019, listen to me, it doesn't fucking work. That doesn't work anymore. And it's really important that you get this if you're in sales. That sales pitch doesn't work. So what pitch am I talking about? I'm talking about that really fast-paced talk. You just talk over somebody, you just get it done. Oh, push them in, push them in. That doesn't work anymore. The number one tip I can give you is ditch the BS sales pitch. Ditch the fast talking over people, getting your point across, because in today's sales market, one thing matters. How much do you care? That is the only thing that matters when it comes to selling in 2020 and moving forward. If you don't take that as your personal mindset when it comes to selling, you might as well get out of the game. Whatever game you're in, whatever sales game you're in, you need to just make a fast, super fast exodus, because if you don't, the market will kick you out on their own. Because people today, they're over it. They're past it. They don't want it. They don't want to be spoken super quick. They don't want to be talked over to. They want you to actually care. So what can you do? How do you fix it, right? You're in sales. You're saying, all right, Phil, I get it. 20 years ago pitch gone, I knew that. 10 years ago pitch gone, I knew that. But I really wasn't thinking about last year's pitch. So what can I do? The answer is super simple. Are you ready? Listen. That's the answer. Listen. You see, in order to be a great salesperson today, you must listen more than you talk. If you talk more than you're listening to your client, then you've already lost, because the thing you need to know is they are listening to you, and they're listening to how they can't get a word in edgewise. They're listening to how everything they've said you didn't hear. I was talking to somebody recently, and I said, I want this. Under no circumstance do I want any curves. I want this. I said, under no circumstances do I want any additional detail. I want this. And this person consistently showed me things with curves and a bunch of details in it. And over again, I said, no, I want this. Straight lines, no curves, no additional detail. The problem was that wasn't their style. But see, when you're selling something, you got to understand it's not about your style. It's about, are you listening to your client? Are you figuring out what your client needs, wants, hopes for, doesn't want, doesn't need, what's not important to them, what's super important to them? And are you taking yourself out of the picture when it comes to your personal preferences? And are you ensuring that you're delivering the best product for them? So the number one way to do that, really the only way to do that, guys, again, is to listen to your clients. But the problem with listening is that most people prefer to talk. And it's important that you realize you cannot listen and talk at the same time. Now, if you are thinking about, well, how do I do it? Well, just understand, if you're having a conversation with someone and you ever say, no, I hear you, then you're not listening. The fact that you had to say, I hear you, means you're not listening. Hearing is not the same as listening, right? Because I hear noise all around me. I hear when somebody drops something on the table, right? I hear when somebody taps or clicks a pen. I hear those things, but I'm not necessarily listening to those things. In order for me to be listening, I need to be tuned in. So if I am looking at you like this, and you're talking, and I'm not saying a word, but I'm just zoned in on you. I'm showing you that I'm listening. But here's another way, right? Like if you're talking, so you're the camera and you're talking, and I'm just like doing something here, like I'm like yeah. Some people can listen that way. Most people cannot. They're not tuned in. They're not really connected. What you as a salesperson need to understand is your client wants to feel that you are tuned in. They want to feel that you are listening to them, and ultimately, they want to feel like they can trust you. And they won't do that if you take that 2019 sales pitch. That pitch you ran with all 2019 and you just steamrolled over clients, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't. You're going to have to find a way, care more about your client than your pocket, and get out there and get rid of the 2019 sales pitch. That's it. I love you, Pgtv. We're done. See ya.